2番線の列車は
It's before 5:30 in the morning, still dark, and I've taken a train to the end of the line because I want to watch the sunrise over Tokyo Bay, and I also want to use my flip phone to enter a flip phone photograph competition. Right, I'm going to get off the road now and walk along the southern shores of Uraga Harbour. It was to this harbour in 1600 that the Dutch ship Liefde limped after voyaging across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, carrying its weary crew and the soon-to-be famous English navigator William Adams. The Liefde just about made it into the harbour here before falling apart and sinking. Not here to do a history lesson today, but I thought you might be interested to know that, so yep. Not even the faintest of glows in the eastern sky yet, but I'm sure I'll notice that as I walk. I aim to get to the Tomyodo, a medieval lighthouse on the shores of Tokyo Bay, facing eastwards, in about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm going to walk along this promenade. Yeah, now I can see just the faintest glow in the east. I've checked my sunrise and even moonset times, the weather, and also the location of the sunrise. So I've brought the compass along, so I'll be able to point my camera in the right direction. The moon is just about set to disappear behind the hills. Let's get one last shot. Sleep tight, Mr. Moon. Jimmy! Can you see the glow, folks? What a beautiful time to be up. The Otago Maru ferry. Otago Maru. One of the ships that works the harbour and out in Tokyo Bay. And yes, there's a definite glow in the sky now. I don't know what the actual footage is going to look like, but on the screen this view looks quite nice. A Jido Hanbaiki, a Japanese drinks machine. Canned coffee, 100 yen. Go on. Oh, to be up at this time of the day. This lovely, lovely time of the day. I feel like I'm on the edge of the world. That coffee was nice. It was hot too. Hot coffee from a machine for 100 yen. Can you beat that? I'm walking under an exotic looking colonnade of palm trees. It's actually close to 0 degrees, but still a very nice morning. It's a fair old walk from the station to Tomiodo Lighthouse on the Cape, on the edge of Tokyo Bay, looking out towards the Pacific. Lovely walk though. Enjoying this. And I know the way, because last year I came exactly a year ago this weekend, and I didn't really know the way, so I went a bit too far. You got to go down a little track on the left, and I went past it. Sort of lengthened my journey by about 20 minutes. And also the Tomiodo Lighthouse was encased in scaffolding this time last year, hopefully. Now that's all gone. When I came here last year for the first time, by mistake, I walked through this tunnel and on for a good few hundred yards until I realised I'd gone too far. And I came back and headed down this road here on the left, which will take me to Tomiodo Lighthouse. So today I'm not wasting 15 or 20 minutes of my time, which is good. Give me time to set up my cameras for the sunrise over Tokyo Bay. Ah, life's simple pleasures. Right, okay. Be there in about 10 minutes now. Here we are, Tomiodo Lighthouse, 570 metres. Well, I'm going to get a step on because the sun's coming up in 20 minutes. Well, there's a lot of traffic on this little road. Get out of the way. Uraga across the marshes. Over the brow of the hill now. And Tokyo Bay coming into sight. Hopefully. The Tomiodo also will be visible in the next couple of minutes. Can't quite see it yet because it's kind of hidden behind the trees, but although I can just make it out if I zoom in. Bear with me. There it is. Well, that's a nice bit of footage. Wow, there's the Kurihama ferry making its morning voyage over to the Chiba shore. A 40-minute trip. I didn't realise they go out that early. I must remember that for future reference. Look at this handheld camcorder footage. Can you whack that? $200 camera. Absolutely love it. You know, sometimes you spend a few hundred on something and you think, what was I thinking? But this, just fantastic. He says as it goes out of focus. But no, it's a terrific camera. I love it. Well worth the money. I'd recommend it to anyone who's a beginner vlogger. Real quality. It's so easy to use, so much fun. The quality's so good, it'll really turn you into an avid YouTuber or filmmaker. Absolutely fantastic. Morning. let's head out to the edge of the cape and have a look at the Tomiodo lighthouse quickly. I think we've got time before the sun comes up. Coming a little bit more, there you go. I feel like I'm on the edge of the world. I'm the only person around. Beautiful, beautiful morning. And there's Uraga Harbour, from whence I've just come. Daffodils blowing in the early morning sea breezes. I'm hoping to use my flip phone to get a picture of something like this, or maybe even this. Let's give it a go. Now, I've set this particular camera on a time lapse to watch the rising sun. To watch the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. What a nice house. Absolutely outstanding place to live, eh? Now I've brought Kinzuru and Ginzuru along. See if I can't get a picture of these two lovely fellas with the rising sun behind them with my flip phone. Let's give it a go. Get the macro mode on. So this is the camera I'm using. This thing here. So it's not great, but the zoom's not bad, and it's got an autofocus. So let's have a look. Just show you my data so you'll know I'm not bluffing. Okay, Kinzuru and Ginzuru. I can't believe I've given names to two origami cranes, but that's what a year of lockdowns does. Sends you a bit doolally, like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Well, sir, what have we got through the trees here? And there he is. What a grand little building. Medieval lighthouse. Tomiodo. See if we can't get a nice shot of this as well. There's my shadow. I'm a shadow of my former self. Johnny Vegas. Here's a good opportunity. The sun's kind of lighting up the windows of the lighthouse. Let's give this a go. Ooh, daffodils. It's kind of tricky exposing for sun and lighthouse, so just kind of choose one or the other really. That boat, you get the feeling that people who live around here are worth a few bob, a few yen. And look at that, wandering back to where I left my camera and bag. That's Japan for you. Now I know there are not a lot of people about, but where I'm from, love it though I do. There's no way I'd have done this. If it ain't nailed down, someone will have it. And it's not like they're bad people, it's just sort of the way things are, you know. Oh, finders keepers. Here, people find like a coin and they take it to the police station. Look at that, handheld. All that maritime traffic coming in and out of Tokyo Bay needs guiding, so there's a couple of lighthouses to show the way. You can get a lovely view of Mount Fuji from the Tokyo Bay ferries on a clear day, and a nice sort of photo opportunity of the Miura Peninsula itself, so I'm sure I'll be taking a ferry sometime soon. You're allowed to stand out on the deck. There's plenty of windows too. Visibility wasn't supposed to be great today, poor air quality, but still getting some nice shots. I suppose one of the reasons for the poor air quality is, you know, industry. I wonder if it's worth trying to get a shot from this angle. Nothing ventured. Oh, I think I'm going to go and try and lie on my back here, shoot upwards and maybe try and get the daffodils in as well. Now, getting a picture of these boats with the bay and the rising sun in the background is something I've done before, but it was with a Ricoh GR, not with a flip phone. Let's give it a go. Now this autumn grass is well past its sell-by date, but might be worth a shot. I think this is the last one I'm going to do now. There is a house on Tokyo Bay they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor photographer, and God, I know I'm one. A city in the sky. How on earth do you get up there? Lots of lovely condominiums around here. You get the impression people are worth a few yen. And here's a nice little arbour to eat breakfast in. You need to eat breakfast undercover around here because there's lots of black kites, birds of prey flying around, so I don't want to get my breakfast stolen. Well, time for a well-earned brekkie. I got some stuff from the bakery, discount price just as it was closing last night. I'm not just a cheap camera guy, I'm a bargain basement Bertie in all ways, shapes and forms. Got to keep everything in the bag. You get black kites flying around and attacking you when you're having a picnic. So yeah, I'll be sort of eating my brekkie with one eye open. Tagomaru. One last picture before I go home. Okay, maybe just one more picture. Look at that. Residence is perched on the side of a hill in the most seismically active country in the world. I wouldn't stay overnight in one of those places for a dare, much less live there. Respect. On the side of a warehouse or factory of some kind to the east of Uraga Station are these murals which recount the long and rich history of the area. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and stay safe.